Okay, so picture this. You're in some bustling market, maybe on vacation, someplace exotic, and the sun is just hitting these trays of gemstones,
Yeah.
and your eyes fall on this, like, incredible ruby, just this, like, pigeon blood red, practically glowing.
Oh, yeah?
And the vendor gives you that look, leans in with a smile. Special deal just for you.
Oh, I know that
It
scene.
looks tempting.
Gets the heart racing, that thrill of the find.
Oh, absolutely.
Especially with gemstones, yeah.
It really is something else. But this is where our deep dive on rubies takes, I think, a pretty fascinating turn.
Okay.
Because that perfect stone might have a few secrets.
Right.
We are going to unpack gemstone treatments and composites today. And honestly, you'll never look at a ruby the same way again after this.
See, and that's the thing. Treating gemstones is way more common than most people realize.
Really?
We're talking like 95% of all gemstones on the market. And nearly every ruby you see has been enhanced in some way.
95%. So this isn't just a rare occurrence. This is like the norm.
It's basically standard practice.
Wow.
But, and this is important, there's a whole spectrum of treatments out there.
Okay.
Ranging from, very traditional practices to some newer, more complex methods.
So, like, what's considered traditional when it comes to treating gemstones?
Well, take heat treatment, for example.
Okay.
It's been used for centuries, especially in Thailand.
Thailand?
Yeah. They're famous for their rubies, obviously.
Right.
And these artisans, they've really perfected this technique over generations.
It's like an art form.
Exactly.
So Thailand's got this long history, but what exactly does heat treatment do? Like, how does it change a ruby?
Well, think of it like bringing out the ruby's inner sparkle.
Okay.
Like you're coaxing out his brilliance,
Okay.
So by heating the stone to really high temperatures, you can really intensify its color, increase its clarity, even out the tone.
So it's working with what's already there naturally.
Exactly. You're enhancing its natural properties, not creating something new.
That makes sense.
And is a totally standard practice, considered acceptable, Unless you're out there searching for a rare, completely untreated ruby, heat treatment really shouldn't be a deal breaker.
So it's like taking that special deal ruby we were talking about and giving it a boost, helping it reach its full potential.
Precisely.
Okay, that makes sense.
Now, composite rubies, that's where things get really interesting.
Okay.
And potentially a little tricky.
All right, well, let's unpack composite then.
Okay.
What are we talking about? Like building something?
You're on the right track.
Okay.
So, look, traditional treatments, like, say, filling a surface level crack with a tiny amount of glass, that's relatively minor, all things considered.
Okay.
Imagine a teeny scratch on your ruby, and you're just polishing it out.
Okay.
That's essentially what's happening.
So it's more of a touch-up.
Exactly.
So with composite rubies, we're not talking about a little touch-up.
Not quite.
Okay.
This is way more involved. It starts with lower quality corundum.
Corundum.
Yeah, so corundum is the mineral family that rubies belong to.
Okay.
Like their last name,
Got it.
And this corundum, it might have, like, lots of inclusions, those little internal flaws.
Like little birthmarks inside the stone.
Exactly.
Okay, so I'm picturing this flawed corundum. Then what?
So to improve its clarity, right?
Yeah.
They treat the corundum with acid.
Acid?
Yeah, which dissolves some of those inclusions.
Oh, wow. Okay.
But this creates cavities within the stone.
So it eats away at it?
Kind of, yeah. Think of it like etching a design into glass.
Oh, okay. Okay.
In those etched out areas, well, they get filled with a special kind of lead glass.
Rugged glass.
Yeah, and this often makes up a significant chunk of the final gem.
Wow, so they're basically filling in all those etched parts with this lead glass to make it look all clear and flawless.
Exactly. It creates a really stunning stone, visually. But it does mean we have to think about durability.
That makes sense. Like, filling a cracked shell with something colorful might look nice.
Right.
But it's not as strong as the original shell anymore.
Right.
So how does this lead glass affect a ruby's strength? And what about that special deal ruby we talked about?
Yeah.
Could that be a composite ruby?
You're catching on quickly.
Well,
And that's actually the perfect segue into why knowing the difference between treated and composite rubies is so important.
I bet. Yeah.
Especially in a marketplace full of these deals,
Yeah.
We'll get into that right after this break.
Okay, so we were talking about how composite rubies are made before the break.
Right.
And that lead glass filling, it might look really pretty,
Yeah.
but it's probably not as tough as that original corundum.
Exactly. And that's where that whole deal thing can be a little, well,
A little risky.
yeah, that stunning ruby could actually be a lot more fragile than, say, a traditionally treated stone.
So that incredible price might come with a hidden cost, like a higher risk of damaging the ruby.
You get even routine cleaning or resizing.
Oh, wow.
That could even be a risk for a composite ruby.
Really?
Let alone, just everyday wear and tear.
Oh, yeah.
Do you remember that market we were picturing?
Mm-hmm.
Imagine, you bump that special deal ruby the wrong way.
Oh, no.
Because it's got all that lead glass inside.
Yeah.
It's so much more likely to chip, crack, even shatter.
Ouch. Yeah, that's not a good look for a gemstone that's supposed to last like a lifetime.
Right.
So where does that leave us ethically? Is it wrong to buy a composite ruby?
That's a great question, and I think it really comes down to transparency.
Okay.
There's nothing wrong with buying a composite ruby,
Mm-hmm.
but the buyer needs to know what they're getting.
Yeah, yeah.
And the price should reflect that,
So no one's getting tricked into thinking they found some rare, untreated gem
Exactly.
for a steal.
Right. It's about honesty, making informed decisions.
Exactly. Informed decision.
Yeah. Okay, so knowledge is power here.
Absolutely.
How do we, arm ourselves as consumers to spot a composite ruby?
Okay, so one of the most powerful tools
Yeah.
is actually super simple. A jeweler's loupe.
A jeweler's loupe.
Yeah, like a little magnifying glass.
Okay.
They're not expensive. You can find them pretty easily.
Right.
And with just 10x magnification
Mm-hmm.
and some good lighting,
Yeah.
you can really see the telltale signs of a composite ruby.
Oh, wow. It's like having a secret weapon
Right.
in your pocket. Okay, so what am I looking for? What are, the red flags that scream, this is a composite ruby?
Okay, so first off, look for tiny gas bubbles.
Gas bubbles.
Yeah, trapped inside the stone.
Okay.
They can look almost like little sparkles.
Hmm.
And they're basically leftovers from the whole creation process.
Interesting.
And then examine the ruby for any unusual fracture patterns.
What kind of patterns are we talking
They
about?
often look kind of like a spider web.
A spider web. Okay. Yeah, and that usually means that the corundum went through a lot of treatment.
So those little imperfections are actually really useful.
Exactly. They tell a story.
Wow.
And here's the really cool part.
Yeah.
Pay attention to how the light interacts with the ruby.
What do you mean? What kind of light show are we talking about?
Okay, so composite rubies often have this, this flashing effect.
Flashy.
Yeah, where you see different colors, almost like streaks or flashes, inside the stone when you view it under strong light.
Oh, wow.
That's the lead glass. See?
Okay.
Interacting with the light differently than the original corundum.
So it's like every ruby has its own little light show going on inside.
In a way, yeah.
That's so cool. So armed with this knowledge.
Right.
And my trusty loupe.
Exactly.
I can actually examine potential purchases, ask the right questions.
You got it. And don't be afraid to just ask about a ruby's treatment history.
That's a good point.
A reputable dealer is going to be transparent about it, happy to educate you.
They should be proud of what they're selling, right?
Exactly.
I don't know, I just find this whole thing so fascinating.
Yeah, it's really interesting.
You start off thinking about, rubies?
Right, beautiful gemstones.
Yeah, as these, objects of beauty.
Right.
But then we're down here with our loupes talking about spotting secret gas bubbles.
Oh, no.
It's like there's this whole hidden world inside every stone.
It really makes you think about the journey,
Totally. Yeah.
Both natural and man-made.
Right, and all the steps along the way.
It's pretty incredible.
It really is. It's like we've uncovered this whole other layer of complexity.
Yeah, and it really makes you think, in a world where, we can alter these gemstones so drastically.
Right, enhance them, rebuild them almost.
Exactly.
What does genuine even mean anymore?
That's the million-dollar question, isn't it?
It really is. Is it about, where the material came from originally?
Yeah.
Even if it's been, significantly altered.
Right. Or is it more about the journey, like you said?
Yeah, from its natural state to, all the artistry to bring out its beauty.
Right. Whether that's, traditional heat treatment.
Right, or something more complex.
Exactly. It's a tough one.
There's no easy answer.
No easy answers, and it goes way beyond rubies, of course.
Oh, absolutely.
Think about all the gemstones out there.
So many of them are treated.
It's true. And I think it makes you really think about the value we put on perfection.
Especially with something like a gemstone, which is ultimately a product of nature.
It's a good point.
Yeah.
Maybe that slightly imperfect, totally natural ruby is even more special.
Right.
Knowing it's one of a kind.
This unique masterpiece that nature just
For sure, it's its own form of beauty.
It really is. It's not about chasing some unattainable ideal,
right,
but appreciating each stone for the unique story it tells.
I love that.
Whether it's been heated, treated, or left completely untouched.
Couldn't have said it better myself. And remember.
Yeah.
Knowledge is power when it comes to gemstones.
Absolutely. So next time you're admiring a ruby.
Yeah.
Take a moment to think about everything that went into it.
The journey.
Yeah, those forces of nature and, maybe even the human ingenuity that helped shape it.
Exactly. Appreciate it all.
And hey, maybe even invest in a jeweler's loop.
Why not?
You never know what you might find.